So what is a paradigm? Stephen Covey, who wrote 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, stated, "For our purposes, a simple way to understand paradigms is to see them as maps. We all know that the map is not the territory. A map is simply an explanation of certain aspects of the territory. That's exactly what a paradigm is. It is a theory, an explanation, or model of something else. The territory to Covey is the actual tangible stimulus in the world. Take your house for an example. You can objectionably see that it's a house. You can feel it, interact with it, and see it. However, the blueprint of your house is the explanation of that territory. It is a representation of the tangible item. We all have maps, and we use them to explain the world that we live in because we need explanations for what we experience. In abstract terms, the map is the lens that we see the world through. It is the context through which we assign different values to certain stimuli. Simply put, it's how we make sense of the world. Our own self-drawn map of the territory is our interpretation of the tangible. Our perception of the world is greatly influenced by those that we allow into it and sometimes do not allow. This is why our paradigms are often in line with people who have a frequent presence within our lives. From the day we are born, we are fed information that shapes our worldviews. Those beliefs are strengthened as time with others increases, mainly with our family. For example, if you have a family that believes that the world is a rotten, horrible place that will take advantage of you, then you might begin perceiving that. Or your own experience with your family may lend to your own perception of the world. Maybe their firm-held beliefs don't influence you, but their actions provide an example of someone you do not wish to become. Your sibling may have been bigger and stronger than you, leading you to be scared of anyone that looks like them. Paradigms can also offer themselves in positive ways as well. Getting a job in landscaping, for example, over the summer may cultivate your mind to believe that hard work pays off once you see the fruits of your labor. Or a breakup with a significant other could convince you that you are worth more than they ever treated you. As we grow and change, so do our paradigms. They morph and change with every life experience as a malleable substance. If you see the world as a place full of individuals who are out to get you, then you will always be looking for reasons to be offended. And because you are constantly looking out in fear that you will be hurt, then every micro-action that anyone else does will appear as a blip on your radar. A warning signal that maybe you need to be careful because everyone has hurt you thus far, so what is to say that won't happen again? And then down the line, you may encounter other individuals who change that paradigm. Maybe you encounter someone who shows you a perception where the world is full of caring individuals just waiting to be understood like you. Or you meet someone who believes that people are morally gray and they're not always out to get you. That's just a natural part of life. All these scenarios could be true. It just depends on how you look at it. Or say that you are weak in character and you need the inhibition of others in order to gain a feeling of superiority. Because you lack that sense of integrity within your own character, your paradigm could be finding flaws in others. In doing so, you allow yourself to show how much stronger, braver, and better you are, without ever allowing yourself to look at the weak basis of your own being. Gossiping might blossom out of fear of looking too deep into your own crumbling foundation. What I have found is that we keep individuals around that fit within our own paradigm. Because our paradigms represent our own beliefs, we naturally attract those that share those same paradigms. And sometimes it can be characteristics that we see in ourselves that we don't always like. From what I have researched, this is why people often get into relationships that fail, because catastrophic individuals can also be a comforting reminder of the familiar. There is no need to be better than who you were yesterday, because you are surrounded by those who do not challenge your weaknesses. So how do you remedy this affliction if there are certain aspects of your worldview that you wish to change? Challenge your paradigm by reading books or engaging with new people in the world. Doing so will open up your narrowed worldview to broader territories. Maybe someone will cast a new light into a dark corner of your perception. Where there was once small foothills, now reveals brand new mountains to explore and conquer. Not all paradigms are negative, but engaging with all different kinds of individuals will broaden our perspectives and leading to new realities. Even schooling can afford us new perspectives that we have never even considered. Studying history, great thinkers, philosophers, even dictators, studying all different kinds of individuals can lead us to understand ourselves better so that we can see who we want to be versus who we do not. The rickety old house that you once saw as a stubborn nuisance can now be transformed into a project that can be built into a brand new reality. New perspectives are needed in order to see the world in a different way. And we can only accomplish that if we are willing to look broader from a narrower perspective.